Kaylin at Elvin Mill Farm. We're outside. The weather's a little rough. There's a storm coming and the wind is blowing awful hard, so this is probably going to be a little janky on the sound, but I need to get this done pretty quickly so I can move inside. Right now I'm going to show you how to dig and then how to clean dandelions. I want to use the roots to make dandelion coffee. I'm going to cook the greens, and then I'm going to attempt to deep fry the flower buds. But my daughter's recording, and I'm going to have her come a little closer so she can see what I'm doing. Okay, so for the roots, you want the dandelions that are kind of smaller and don't have flowers on them yet because they haven't put all their energy into the flowers. And you're really just going to dig down. And dig them out. And if I'm lucky, it'll be one with a decent root, although it's feeling like it's not so fabulous. Okay, so that one's not too bad. And so there's the root. Get this one beside it, and you can see that these ones are starting to get their little buds on them. I'm going to dig them anyways. I probably should have been digging these sooner if I wanted to be sure that I was getting them that weren't putting energy into blooming. And just like with everything else, make sure you're getting these from an area that you know hasn't been sprayed. Leave plenty behind for the bees and other pollinators. We've got 25 acres, so I can kind of go all over harvest this stuff. This one's kind of got tiny roots, but it's still going in the bucket. Here's one with flowers already going, and I'm going to dig it to kind of show you the difference. When I dig them after they have the flowers, they tend to have much smaller root systems. There's a little bit there, but you can see how short those other roots are. And then let me see if there's any more right here. Do you see any more? Here's another one with, oh, here's one without any blooms or anything going on. As far as when you're harvesting for the leaves, these little guys are going to have better flavor. They're not going to be very bitter. So even though they don't have a lot of roots, I'm still taking them because we're going to eat the leaves. I'm going to go ahead and take these little guys. Same thing, I'm probably gonna cook the blossoms off these ones. I'll make more dandelion jelly in a few days, but right now I just want to make some fun lunch stuff for everybody. And I'm not gonna do too awful many of the dandelion leaves in the cooking because they're kind of spicy and my family does not love spicy or bitter stuff. I'm actually gonna add them to some spinach. Okay. I think that's enough to get me started in showing you how to dig them. I'm going to walk around the property and find some more, and then after we have half a basket full or so, we'll get cleaned up and head inside, and I'll show you how to clean them and cut them and all that good stuff. Okay, we're inside now, so sound should hopefully be better unless some of the appliances carry on like they have been. We went ahead and got an entire basket full of the dandelions, and I'm going to show you how to clean them. I'm going to fill one side of my sink up with cold water, and I'm just going to toss them all down in there. The way we gathered them, mud ended up on a little bit of everything, so I just want to get everything good and rinsed. I'm going to get a paper towel while that fills. Okay, I'm going to use my sprayer while I'm going. And then as far as cleaning them, you can see all the mud. I am just going to run them under the water and get as much of that nasty mud off that I can. There's some leaves and stuff in the green part, so pull that out as you see it. Little bits of grass, find that as you're going. And then once I get these, hopefully most of the mud off of them, then I'll just toss them in the empty sink beside me and move on to the next. They're not too terribly hard to clean. You've just got little bits of grass and stuff in the actual greenery that pick out as you go. And some of them are dirtier than others. Just go with it. Get the nasty ones as clean as you can. Find the bits and pieces. Okay, and then once they get like this, nice and clean, and I've shaken them a little bit, I'm going to put them on this pan. I'm not going to video me washing the whole entire sink load, but you get the idea of making sure that the roots are nice and clean, and that you've checked the blossoms to make sure that they don't have anything on them, pulled out any bits of grass, and got them clean and ready to go on to the next stage. Okay, so I've got my bunch of dandelions cleaned. Ish. And I'm going to show you now how to go about doing this. Okay, first, take your blossoms and just pop those off for now. And that is a bowl of salt water. And I'm just going to pop them in cold salt water while I do the rest of this stuff. These old nasty ones are not getting used. I have a rabbit bowl that I'm going to put the bits and pieces I'm not using for humans in the rabbit bowl. Okay, so here's the root. Cut it off. And everything I'm reading says these teeny tiny roots will just burn when you roast them for the dandelion coffee. But it also says you can make a tincture out of them. So I'm actually going to pull all these tiny ones off and put them in this little bowl for later. Okay, and so that goes on there. And then I'm going to pick out the tiniest leaves for my greens. And then I'm probably just going to toss the rest of this one into the rabbit bowl. So here's another one. That one does have a couple little blossoms I can use. And keep in mind, the only thing I've done out of these before is the greens. I've not actually done the coffee before or those blossoms. So I have no idea how they're going to go, but I'm going to do them all at once anyways. And then I'm going to pull these that haven't bloomed at all yet. I'm going to pull them off and put them in the water because according to what I'm reading, you can eat them, the ones that haven't, I'll have to get that stem off, but the ones that haven't blossomed yet. Okay, so more rabbit. Same thing, I'm just going to keep pulling these off. And I'll clean these up better later, but I don't want them to get wilted and nasty while I'm doing the rest of this. And I'm probably, once I have everything separated, I'm actually probably going to rinse things a little better because I can see some of the dirt water still coming off. It's just hard to do when they're still whole. That was an oops. Pulling some more of the new leaves out of the middle. And I don't feel bad about how much of this green I'm technically wasting because I was digging it up anyways. And this way the rabbits can get some too. Okay, so that's basically how you clean them. I'm going to do each of the things separately. Like I'm going to do a video on roasting this and turning it into dandelion coffee. I'll do a video on, on how I do the greens and do a video on how to deep fry them. But really, that's basically it. That'll get you clean. And each of the videos I'm going to do will basically just start with knowing that you already have clean ingredients to do the actual cooking process. Thanks for stopping, guys. I hope this was helpful in knowing how to harvest them, what pieces you're using, how to clean them, and that kind of stuff. And hopefully you enjoy the cooking videos when I do those later too. Thanks, guys. Bye.